Now, unvaccinated people in Gauteng will now be able to get the COVID-19 jab at work. The government in the province taking its vaccination drive to workplaces. Let's find out how exactly this is all going to work, though. Always good to have the Gauteng Premier spokesperson joining us this morning, Mr. Vuyo Mhaga, spokesperson for the Gauteng Premier. Vuyo, morning to you. So where did this idea come from? Because a lot of people are still a bit hesitant about vaccinations, but it looks like you're making it at least much easier to get it done. Tell me about it.
Well, good morning, Gareth, as well as your viewers. No, it's a work that we've been doing as the Gauteng government in partnership with the private sector. So if you've got, you are an employer with about 50 or more employees and you want your employees to be vaccinated, we basically come in, set up, and actually do that. Or even if you are in a complex, so there are different types of other companies that will want to join you, we do that. And some of the companies have even taken further to actually request the family members of the employees, to request the suppliers, to request the contractors and the neighboring communities to go and use their sites to come in. And you actually bring a very important point about the vaccine hesitancy. So part of the work that the healthcare guys do, they go in and start to speak to people about the safety of the vaccine and the importance of the vaccine. So we also do that work and also do a lot of the pop-ups across, the malls in our province, including, by the way, including the farms in your Western and in Sidibeng. We've been having quite good numbers. If you have to take Sidibeng alone, I think we've got about 10,300 people that were vaccinated through this particular initiative in that part of Gauteng.
Let me just make sure I understand this, because I don't want any confusion for you, and then you and I have to talk again, because employers are getting confused as to what to do. So let's just take a step back here. So if I understand correctly, if you are a company, you have to have at least 50 unvaccinated employees before you'll come out. Is my understanding of that correct?
That is correct, Gareth, but I'm saying above all that. So you can have companies that are speaking with their neighbors around, that they can say, okay, let's use one venue, and then let's actually crowd all our employees to make sure that they get vaccinated. We'll be able to take our guys to actually assist on that, including those to say, no, my employees are quite hesitant about this thing, or they are not quite clear. Can you please, guys, come in and actually take them through? Yeah. We can go on the site, or we can do it virtually to make sure that we inform people why is it important to vaccinate. All right,
obviously it's very, very important to vaccinate. It's a good idea as well. Let me throw another curveball in as well, because I know someone's going to send me a tweet asking me this question. So Vuyo, let me ask you the question. So let's say, for example, right now, this is for unvaccinated. Some people might already, Vuyo, qualify for their booster shots, for example. Is this being extended to booster shots? I'm trying to cover all the bases here.
Well, the booster shots are opened, but I'm not sure into what greater number will be that, because I think if you look at Gauteng, we are just over 40% of the residents of Gauteng that have been fully vaccinated. But obviously, we do encourage people to come in. So let's say in that 50%, among them will obviously want to have a booster shot. We are actually encouraging those who are qualifying according to the criteria of the health department to make sure that they come. What is important, I think the bottom line for all of us, is to make sure that many South Africans are vaccinated so we can really go back and try to rebuild our economy. It has been, destroyed by this vaccine, and there's no other way but to make sure that we get everyone vaccinated, make sure that we go back and rebuild the economy and provide the necessary jobs that we need, in particular among the young people in our province.
Vuyo, let me just jump in and just help correct something quickly. I'm sure you meant the economy's been destroyed by the pandemic, not destroyed by the vaccine. I don't want someone to clip that by mistake.
No, thank you very much, Gareth, yes.
I don't want someone to clip that on Twitter and say, see, the vaccine destroys the economy. That's not what Vuyo Mhaga was saying. He meant, of course, the economy destroyed by the pandemic. All right, so now let's just talk about, as far as Gauteng is concerned as well, what happens when you pitch up at a company and there are some people who want to be vaccinated? What's government going to do if you do get to a workplace and someone says, I still don't want to be vaccinated? How do you treat that situation as government? And then B, it places the employer in an awkward position as well, doesn't it?
Well, it does, but really we've always we've got a belief that we must still encourage the people. I know the debate is still on about forcing people to vaccinate or not. The stance that we have taken so far in Gauteng is that let's go out, let's engage more with the people, let's tell them the importance of it. So that conversation is an ongoing conversation. Looking at the numbers in January, we're still seeing people quite enthusiastic to come and vaccinate. I mean, yesterday, if you look at the numbers, there are about 26,000 people that they will have came. So it's fairly, people are still coming, and we must continue the message and the importance of it, and the importance that we must never lower our guards. Let's make sure that people are safe. I know no one who has not lost anyone he knows. We have lost many loved ones, and I think the theory is beyond doubt that the virus is here. It actually, affects people. Ours is really to share more information with the residents of Gauteng on the importance of it. So we'll continue to nudge them that they must vaccinate.
All right, let me leave this as my last question to you, Vuyo. I'm sure there could be employers, complexes, as you mentioned, as well, watching this going. I would like to get on board with this as a company. Where are you sending those companies? How do they apply for this? How do they make contact?
Well, they can go write us an email on pop-up site at gauteng.gov.za. They will be more than willing to make sure that we actually assist them. And actually, they can even contact us through Gauteng. Our normal setups will be more than willing to really assist them. We are looking forward for them to come. A lot of companies have came, but we still need more.
Pop-up site at gauteng.gov.za. Vuyo Mhaga, I'm going to leave you and your newly found friend, the Fly, on Zoom for the moment. I appreciate your time in speaking to us.